Welcome, neighbors. I'm Jeff Tissot, president of East Sunnyslope Neighborhood Association of Blackwatch. For those of you who might not have heard from us before, this is the first time viewing our YouTube channel. We've been in existence since 2016. We rapidly became the largest, most active neighborhood association of Blackwatch in the city of Phoenix. Our boundaries are from the 51 to 7th Street, Dunlap to Northern, representing approximately 4,000 households and 6,000 residents. We have been doing these YouTube monthly meetings instead of doing the in-person monthly meetings with speakers. Hopefully we'll only have a few more to go and we can get back with doing meetings in person. Couple things. Tonight we are going to have 2 speakers. We are going to have the director of Parks and Recreation speaking to us today, and we are going to have a speaker from the Census Bureau talking to us today. But first off, I want to acknowledge some folks. Okay, we have a whole lot of members and neighbors, but there's a core group of people in our neighborhood that do a lot of the work when it comes to our events, our newsletters, our websites, these videos, everything. So we need to acknowledge them. First off, I want to acknowledge our 2 secretaries, Christina Lowry and Andy Sosbeck. Andy takes care of our website, which is eastsunnyslope.com, and it's terrific. Every bit of information you could ever want to know about our area, what we've done, speakers, past events and things like that, go on there and check it out. Christina Lowry, she is our other co-secretary. She does our newsletter and is absolutely phenomenal at it. I will be picking newsletters up tomorrow, so be looking for them. And then her husband, Billy. Billy is my personal technician, my IT guy. He works our PA. He does all this video editing. So Billy, much appreciated. Our treasurer, Chelsea Weaver. I wish I knew off the top of my head how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that have been put into our neighborhood. And Chelsea is a huge part of that when it comes to grant writing and keeping us in line in our spending, whether it's grants, donations, fundraisers. She does fabulous, so thank you, Chelsea, very much. And our active captains, we have Julia Sawyer, Leticia Garcia, Grace Stuckey, Linda June, Debbie Sosa. This is our core group. So anybody that's out there that is interested in having a little bit more voice, please get hold of us. Be a captain. Help to make a difference and make Sunnyslope as a whole a better place. Couple things I want to go over before we get to our speakers. I like giving good news. What I have here is a proclamation from Governor Ducey of Arizona. We started Slope Fest in 2017, and it grew overnight. And this is a proclamation about Slope Fest. So hopefully I won't have any mistakes, but I want to read it to you in brief really quick. It says, Governor Doug Ducey, the State of Arizona Proclamation. Many neighbors and businesses are determined to work together to make Sunnyslope a great community to live, work, play. And these neighbors and businesses founded the East Sunnyslope Blackwatch and Neighborhood Association, West Sunnyslope Blackwatch and Neighborhood Association, Ocotillo Hills Blackwatch, North Central Heights Blackwatch, the Norton Vista Neighborhood Association, Phoenix Love, and the North Central Canal Community Association, and the Hatcher Urban Businesses to further these goals, and through their collective efforts of residents, local business owners, City of Phoenix officials, and elected officials, these goals are being realized, and these efforts have resulted in safer neighborhoods, increased property value, many neighborhood improvements, and have brought neighbors together in friendship and furtherance of these efforts. And more neighborhood associations and block watches are being formed throughout the Sunnyslope area. Slopefest was founded and started by the East Sunnyslope Neighborhood Association in Blackwatch in 2017. It has greatly grown into an event planned, funded, and organized by all of the aforementioned Sunnyslope neighborhood and business groups. And these achievements demonstrate that when people work together, we can solve problems and bring about positive change. These collective efforts are inspiring other communities to pursue these goals in their distinct neighborhood. Therefore, I, Douglas A. Ducey, Governor of the State of Arizona, do hereby proclaim the first week of April as Hope in the Slope Week. And each one of our business groups and neighborhood associations and community groups will actually get one of these. So it really made me proud that we were recognized at that level. So that's the one goodie we have for today. The next one we have a new new leadership in our organization. We created a new position, and it is our Hispanic Outreach Coordinator. That individual is Crystal Hernandez. I would have had a video, but Crystal is right now almost ready to have a child. So I've been talking with Crystal over the last several weeks, and we're really excited to be able to bridge the gap that does exist in our area. And Sunnyslope is so culturally diverse that it's important that we start breaking through some of these barriers and getting all our cultures together. So Crystal, welcome aboard. It is a pleasure to have you, and we can't wait to see some good things happen. Gated Alley program. Okay. Thanks to Councilwoman Stark, we have found funding for our first two gates on our alleys. They're going to be one of the first couple streets in between 8th Street and 10th Street and north of Butler. So there's still a timeline on this. There's still some paperwork and permitting issues, so it's going to be a little bit of time. But in the not so distant future, we will start to see some gates in our alleys. Another thing that we've done to reduce crime in our area. Okay, there is a blood drive that we have, very important. Vitalent reached out to us a couple weeks ago and asked us to put on a blood drive. Knowing who we are, what we do, and that we're extremely good at it, blood drives throughout the state have been canceled due to COVID. And there is a critical need for blood right now. So we're going to have a blood drive. It is going to be on September 12th, 11 to 4 at the North Village Baptist Church. It's at 1010 East Alice, and that's where we have our regular meetings. Okay, we do need to pre-register. So what you do to pre-register is go to bloodhero.com. Okay, select drive search. Click on the select with the drop down arrow and select the sponsor code. In the sponsor code, enter East Sunnyslope, all one word, and click search. Then you will see in blue, which is a link, the words East Sunnyslope. Click on that and then make an appointment. If you have any problems whatsoever, contact us via our website at eastsunnyslope.com, or you can shoot us an email at essbw16@gmail.com, and we can get you signed up. Okay, so first up right now, we are going to have Tracy Hall. Tracy is the interim director of Parks and Recreation. She joins us from Palma Park with an update on what's going on with the city parks. Tracy, take it away.
Hello to the East Sunnyslope Neighborhood Association. My name is Tracy Hall. Again, I am Acting Director for the City of Phoenix Parks and Recreation Department. My normal role is Assistant Director, but Inger Erickson, as you may know, has been promoted to Deputy City Manager. I'm on a 3-month acting assignment, and then Cynthia Aguilar will be acting as Director for 3 months. I'm here to talk about our park system, Palma Park. We're here at Palma Park today. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for caring about our parks and investing in our parks and activating our parks. We have 185 parks in the city of Phoenix. We have 29 pools. We have a number of golf courses and dog parks and amenities such as skate parks, and all of those are with the intent of activating and providing recreation for our residents. We want to talk about kind of what's going on and where we are. As you may know, many of the park amenities are closed due to the coronavirus pandemic. So as you can see here, our playgrounds are taped off and our restrooms are closed, and that is at all parks. Our ramadas are also closed, and we're not doing field reservations at this time. Once we see a downward trend in metrics, we will reopen those amenities, but we are doing this with the intent to keep our residents safe, our staff safe, our community safe. So that's where we are with the virus. If you want information about what's happening, go to phoenix.gov/parks, and we do have a section that talks about what's open and what's closed during the coronavirus pandemic. Now, in this, we know that we have to be flexible and that people need recreation and activity. So our walking trails are still open. Our parks themselves are still open. Our trails and mountain preserves are open. So we encourage you to utilize those. As well, we've developed some virtual programming. So we have virtual programming, Phoenix Plays at Home, which caters to youth. We also have some Fit Phoenix programming online that you can register for and watch if you want to do some physical activity, and we're working on some other virtual programs. So stay tuned with that, but we want to keep engaged with the community, even though our centers, which I didn't mention previously, our recreation centers are also closed. Going forward, many of you were involved with the development of the Code of Conduct and provided us feedback, and we thank you for that. Where we are currently is we are working on internal processes. So we're working on training, we're working on what the signage will be, how we're going to get the information out to the community. We're also working on our tracking systems and working with our IT department on things of that nature. And so once we have more of that developed, we will certainly come back with the community and let you know how we're implementing the Code of Conduct. There are also some questions pertaining to what our rangers and the role of our rangers. Our rangers are here in our parks. We do have an urban ranger team, which was re-implemented a few years ago, and they always lead with education. They do have the ability to do citations, but we operate with, we want to educate first, inform about park rules, and make sure that everyone can utilize the park. With that being said, we know that homelessness, or people experiencing homelessness, has been an issue of concern for many based on some of the activities that have come with it. We, of course, as a parks organization, look to provide open space for everyone, all residents. However, there are some rules that we cannot, that are violations, which are camping, excessive personal items, things of that nature. And so we work closely with our police department, neighborhood services department, and with the city in general in addressing people who are violating park rules or doing behaviors that we know are not legal or not in the best interest of our park system and our community. In addition to that, we're working closely with other departments as the city's working on a homelessness plan, and our efforts in that. So once that is rolled out, we will definitely see how that can help us improve our parks. One of the ways we know that parks stay healthy for the community is park activation. And park activation, that is, we provide some of that. We've got the mobile recreation, and we've also had our outdoor parks programs, both of which are on pause during the coronavirus because we're not encouraging crowds, large crowds within the parks right now. But those programs are free to the public. We come in and provide recreation, but we also know that you as residents are the best park activators. So we always look forward to working with you and your community efforts and your park activation efforts. And you can always contact our offices if you have any questions. What you all can do as a community to help us is be the eyes and ears on the parks. When you see something that may be wrong or broken that we may not have gotten to and we may not get to till the next day, or you see activity that's negative, let us know. And always being a good partner with park activation is something that we value, we appreciate, things of that nature. So just being active and involved and letting us know what you're seeing in the parks is very helpful for us. Thank you all. Please contact me if you have any questions. I look forward to meeting you.
Thank you, Tracy. That was a wealth of information. And our Parks Department is a very good partner when it comes to Slope Fest and GAIN events. So we really appreciate Tracy taking the time, to come on here and give us an update. Next up, we have Leila Gamiz. She is with the Census Bureau, and she's going to talk to us about what to do to get census, get recorded, and the importance of it. So Leila, take it away.
Hello, my name is Leila Gamiz, and I am with the City of Phoenix. I'm working out of the City Manager's office on the 2020 census effort. The 2020 census effort is hugely important for Sunnyslope and the City of Phoenix because it allows us a process of counting all the people that live in the area, because through that process of counting we receive federal funds to promote programs and services that lead to the quality of lives that we all benefit from. The City of Phoenix has been working closely with community leaders to inform you of why it's important to participate in the census. And you might ask, well, I don't need to participate in the census because it doesn't benefit me. That is completely inaccurate. The actual truth is that the census benefits us all. You drive on city streets, you breathe air, you benefit from educational services that either your children, your grandchildren, nieces and nephews, etc. receive. All of those programs and services come directly from census information. So what is the census? The census is a process of counting all people who live in the U.S. every 10 years. Once those people are counted, that information is then shared in statistical format. So not based on the house, but as a group, a statistical format. And then that information is then given to apply to formulas when we apply for census, when we apply for federal programs and services. So the free and reduced lunch program greatly benefits from census information. Housing Section 8 vouchers and programs greatly benefit from census program. Libraries and the programs that libraries are able to offer benefit from census data, because then we apply for programs and services that we want to offer, and we get the funding to support those programs and services. Sunnyslope is a growing community. It's a very diverse community, and in order for us to show the diversity that truly exists in that community, we need to ensure a complete and accurate count of all people living there. The city receives approximately $866 million a year based on census data we collect in 2020. And that will stay with us for 10 years. We won't be able to change that information for another 10 years. So then until 2030, will this information be updated? So for the next 20 years, we'll be stuck, if you will, with the numbers that we get from this 2020 census. And we know that our population is going to grow. We know that our area is going to be richer with folks, with culture, with diversity. And so we want to prepare for that now by getting the correct data, ensuring everybody participates. So how can you participate? You go both online, by phone, or by mail. The census is easy, it's important, and it's safe. It's easy because you can do it one of three ways. You can complete it online by visiting my2020census.gov. You can call one of the 1-800 numbers that have been established. In English, it's 1-800-334-2020. In English, in Spanish, it's 1-844-468-2020. And let me repeat that again. In English, the number is 1-844-348-2020. And in Spanish, the number is 1-844-468-2020. There's also additional languages, Vietnamese, German, and many other languages out there that you can call the specific 1-844 number to reach somebody in that language to complete your form. And the final option is to do it by paper. Each household received the form and will be receiving another form if they haven't completed the census before September to complete the form by mail. So you would complete the form, fill out the questionnaire, and then send it back. Starting now, the census is also sending out enumerators, people to knock on doors, and that process does cost a lot of money, and it also does not guarantee that we're going to get a form completed, because people are apprehensive of opening the door to people that they don't know, rightly so. So to avoid that, we're asking people, please either complete it by online, by phone, or by mail. The importance of completing the census, again, is because we all benefit from the numbers, the information we get, because our federal programs designate funds for cities and towns to receive based on that data. Again, I urge you to please complete the census, participate, because it benefits you, it benefits your family, and it benefits your community. So, encourage you to visit my2020census.gov. Thank you.
Leila, thank you very much. Very informative. And like I said, the census it's huge. Pay attention to your emails, because over the next week or so, we have partnered up with some other folks, including the Census Bureau, schools, and other neighborhood associations, where we're going to get out there in the community and make it available to come take the census. Yes, we will be doing it with social distancing in mind, a lot of sanitization, masks, gloves, the whole shot. So pay attention to your emails or contact us if you have any problem. Okay, now we have another couple things. Well, since we're on census, we have masks. If you folks out there need masks for any reason whatsoever, we have quite a few of them. This one, I know it's kind of hard to read. It's a cloth mask, reusable, washable. It is has Census logo on it. And then we have that we got these from another group. They're just plain white cloth masks, reusable. And Councilwoman Starr was generous enough to donate and give us the disposable masks. It's always good to have a couple of these in your car or extra, because I forget mine all the time. So it's nice to have one in the car. If you need some, hey, shoot us an email. I'll drop them off. If I can't drop them off, I'll put them on my front porch, and you can feel free to come by and pick them up. And then next month, our next general meeting, it's going to be a pretty good one. District 3, City Council District 3, we are up for an election for our City Council seat. And next month, we are going to have the 3 individuals that are running for that seat be on our YouTube video. It is the incumbent Councilwoman Deborah Starr, Nicole Garcia, and Kristen Pierce. They will all be on talking about their platforms and what they think about the scenic city and what they can do for District 3. So one last thing before we check out for this month. Remember our sponsors, okay? When we do all these events, when we buy video cameras, microphones, trailers to store our stuff in, pop-ups, it's not free. So we want to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors are Armored Mini Storage, 3A Automotive and Diesel, Bays Auto, North Mountain Brewery, and Home AZ Realty. So please try to use our local businesses, pay attention to our sponsors, and we'll see you next month. Be safe.